Hi, this is a video instruction to complete this lesson on comparing and contrasting transition words in practice. What we're going to do is this ATL skill, which is use a variety of vocabulary words and sentence structures. And this will all be while we are developing sentences for comparing and contrasting. That's what we'll be doing with our summative. Okay, so here's the directions for this front page. First, we're going to review the word bank. This is the word bank right here. And then we're going to write each word in the correct column. So if we think the word is comparing, which means to show how two different topics are the same or similar, that's a comparing. Contrasting is when you're showing how the two different topics are different. All right. Now I'm going to do a few with you, and then you will do the rest on your own. Now I'm going to look at the word also, and also I have to decide, is that when I'm explaining how two topics are the same or different? And you should be putting also here under comparing. All right. Now, once you have done that, you might want to go ahead and do some sort of check up here showing that you have completed that one. Then you're going to do as, both, but, all of these, and they're going to go on one or the other. Now this one is a word that is commonly used for contrasting. It's a conjunction. And this is one that I see students use a lot. So I am going to ask that when you're practicing your sentences, your contrasting sentences, to not use that one as one of your practice, because it's one you usually use. Like for instance, you might say, my friend likes cookies, but I like ice cream. So I don't want you to do that one because you already know that one. Another one that is commonly used for comparing is both. Both my friend and I like cookies. I know everyone knows how to write it that way, so you're going to be seeing different ways to use it, but I still have them on here. They still are comparing transition words. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and all the ones we haven't done, you'll put them on one side or the other. If you're not sure, you can look it up. If you're doing this in the classroom, you can also go check with your teacher and see how you did with them. Once you're done with those, you're going to come to the back side. Now we're on the practice. So we've got our word bank on the front, and now we've got on the back. We're going to look and see what it looks like in action. So here's a different word bank, and it has words that will help us complete these sentences. So here's the word bank, and then we're going to look at the underlined words which are in these sentences, and they're compare and contrast. You're going to decide if it's a compare or contrast, and then write the correct one of the words from the word bank in here. Now this one says, fish like lobsters live in the, and you look through all these and you say, oh, it's this one, it's ocean. So you will write ocean here, and then you'll have that's done. However, I do want you to also highlight the punctuation. If you have a hard copy, you'll circle it. And the reason I want you to do this is because I'm going to ask that you write a sentence using this type of structure. Most of the students don't already use this type, and it's one I'd like students to use. So notice that you have these words like lobsters in between these commas. This is called an appositive. If you took this whole section out, you would just have an independent clause. Fish live in the ocean, which is a complete sentence, but you're adding this comparison in the middle of the sentence. You got to have the commas on both sides. So that's one thing I want you to see. Sparrows live in trees. This is a semicolon. I want you to notice a semicolon, and then this is on the other hand, which is contrasting. and then you have your comma here. So I want you to also highlight these punctuations here because this is another sentence structure I'd like you to use. And then you would write cows live in the, and obviously it's not going to be trees. You'll pick a different word up here and put it here. Here's another sentence structure. Contrary to most animals, I want you to highlight that comma. Blank can live both in and out of water. Down here is another sentence structure that I'd like you to see. Bats are similar to sparrows because you can notice there is no extra comma. So if you do a comparing sentence, this is what it could look like. And the last one says birds have feathers, comma, in contrast to blank who have hides. So complete in the blanks, circle any punctuation so that when you go to write your sentences later, you'll remember how to punctuate them accurately. All right. This next one is going to have a different type of word bank. It's going to have the compare and contrast words that you need to fill in here. You cannot just use any of them because you have to look at what the sentence structure is. So for instance, it says bats are blank many other mammals because they have fur. So we know that bats have fur, and so do other mammals. So it's going to be a comparing one. The first comparing word is also. If we try to put that into this blank, it says bats are also many other mammals. That is not, that doesn't fit with this sentence structure. This is contrast, contrast, contrast. What if I tried this one? Bats are in the same way. No, that one's not going to work. Bats are similar to many other mammals. Yep, that one will work. It wouldn't be unlike, comparably. No, it could also be like. So you could do similar to or like. So go through the rest of these. Again, notice where the punctuation is. Look up here to get a feel for how it might look. These last ones, I already let you know here. This one's going to be a contrast and this one's going to be compare. All right, for this last section here, you're going to be writing some of your own sentences. And it will look like this. So for instance, you're going to create a variety. I don't want to see the same sentence structure. And I also do not want to see you using just both or just this one has this but the other has another one. I want you to try to use sentence structures that you're seeing up here. All right. Create a variety of compare and contrast sentences using the nouns properly. So this sample says birds, feathers, bats, fur. So this tells you this is going to be a contrast because they have differences. This one says birds fly, bats fly. That will be a comparison. So you're going to have to create a sentence here for number one that is contrast. And I want you to come up and look at these different ones that are contrast and do something similar. All right, so I'm looking up above and I know number 4 is a contrast. And it has a sentence structure that maybe I haven't used before. Therefore, I will try to write this out. I'm not writing it out for you to see, but just listen. I could say birds have feathers in contrast to snakes. In contrast to bats that have fur. So I could write out birds have feathers, comma, in contrast to bats that have fur. It's this sentence structure, but the topics are these. The next one would be compare, and so I can look at one of the comparing sentences, and I could talk about how birds fly, and then have a comparing sentence about how bats fly. So you're going to try to do a different one for the last 2. This one is a contrasting, or last 3 I should say. This one is a comparing and this one is contrasting. And each time use a different type of sentence structure. When you're done, I want you to show your teacher what you've completed. Have your teacher check it out and make sure that you're clearly understanding how to use the compare and contrast sentences, and then get the okay to do the mastery check. Good luck.